All right, what's up, guys? I've been extremely delinquent on making any kind of posts or videos about anything lately because I've been extremely busy. Like at work at 6:30 a.m. and working until like 11:30 p.m. busy lately. So, social media has been a little bit of an afterthought. However, today was the first day of ADPICON, which those of you in the military probably know what that is. It's an active duty passive income convention hosted in Denver this year. So, one of the panelists or one of the speakers here was Kagan Dunlap, which he's a Marine. He's an active duty Marine. A lot of you might know who that is. He's very popular on social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, etc., making entertaining veteran and military content, and he's still an active duty Marine officer. So he talked today. I got to talk to him in the hallway for 15 or 20 minutes, and he inspired me to continue to make content regardless of if I have time to hop on a computer and edit it. And the only time I really have to film these days is while I'm driving. So I'm gonna try this out. Film thoughts, updates, and what's going on in my real estate investing and business journey while I'm driving. I can do it hands-free now that I have a phone mount, and I'm not gonna worry about editing it because I don't have time. So a okay product now is better than a perfect product later. So if you can struggle through it with me, cool. If you can't, whatever. I'm just gonna film it, put it out there anyways to update everybody who cares on what I'm doing. But lately, man, what have we been doing? So I think a lot of you probably know that a partner and I started a property management and real estate brokerage in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Let's see, it became legal like maybe 6 weeks ago. We started taking on clients recently because we wanted to manage our own properties and iron out the kinks before we started onboarding anybody else, so that even our first client gets a good experience. So we have been like not so busy coming up with contracts, which in the state of Colorado, fun fact, even if it's a like standard contract that everybody uses and you've been using for years in your personal real estate portfolio, every contract has to get reviewed by an attorney, which is interesting because even though legally it has to get reviewed by an attorney, the property manager or the real estate licensee is still the one that has the liability for whether or not the contract is legal and correct. Even though it has to get signed off by a lawyer, the lawyer takes no responsibility, which is interesting. So anyways, we had to, for some reason, uselessly, get lawyer signature on everything that we've been doing, and the lawyer took about 6 weeks to review 5 of our contracts. So that was a delay, to say the least. So we finally got those back with some corrections. We've made the corrections and submitted it back to him. No telling on when those will actually get the thumbs up, but whatever. That's kind of been our biggest delay lately. But for some reason, the real estate market in Colorado Springs, even though it's late fall, I mean it's October, it's almost November, has been nuts. Like buyers are freaking out in the numbers. Like I know the real estate, I know the rates have dropped a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit. But the buyers have come out in full force. I mean, properties that have been sitting on the market for 3 months have been getting all of a sudden like 6 offers in a week. It's nuts. Like, I represented one buyer. We offered just about full asking price on a property that he absolutely loved, which normally in late October is plenty good. especially for the property, because it was worth about 10 grand under list, and that's about what we offered. And it was denied. So they accepted somebody else's offer who probably offered full price or close to full price, or just wasn't offering a VA loan, because sometimes sellers don't really like VA loans. Who knows? But it's been nuts. So that being said, like, I took on 2 buyer clients. So I've been looking for houses for 2 buyer clients. My business partner has been swamped with people selling and buying. So he has a few listings that he's representing for. There's a few buyers that he's representing for. One of them is an investor buyer who has been making offers on a ton of different properties, which is keeping him really busy. So yeah, the real estate market is interesting, to say the least, for October. Usually, yes, buyers start coming into the market when rates start coming down, but if buyers have a reasonable expectation of rates coming down even further, they usually will hold off for a little bit before they start buying, especially if it's, late fall. Usually people start buying in the summer when the kids are out of school and there's more houses on the market, etc. So it's been a little weird. And then rates have actually ticked back up, but the buyer activity is still crazy. So that is another reason that we've been absolutely slammed. Especially because, like, one of my buyer clients, I've seen like at least 20 properties for, which is a lot more than the typical, which is fine. But we actually did make an offer on a house last night, and we got a counter today, and the counter actually works better for my buyer because let me rewind. My buyer is in a lease. He's in a rental lease that ends at the end of December. If he were to move out of that beforehand, he would have to pay a bunch of money to break his lease to move out of it. So he actually would prefer to close at the end of December. Right now it's October 24th, but most sellers don't want to wait until the end of December to close or to move out. They want to sell quicker. So we made the offer to close on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, whatever day that is. It's like the 23rd or something. But they actually countered with the same purchase price. So they didn't drop they didn't counter with a higher purchase price for my buyer, and they kept the same concessions. It's effectively, it's the same purchase price. Sorry, bumpy. The only thing they wanted was a lower buyer's agent commission, so sucks. I lost 0.5%, but it's whatever, it happens. And then they wanted to stay in the house for 15 days after closing, and for that, they'll pay my buyer $1,300. So that's awesome for him. It works out really well for him because he would prefer to rent the place out and wait, an extra 15 days and make an extra $1,300 because he is stuck in a lease until the end of December anyways. So that's great. My other client, all good news with him. I think I looked at like 5 or 6 properties for him. We made an offer. Like I said, the first one was accepted. The first one was denied. Unfortunately, the second one was accepted, and it's an awesome house, and I'm very excited for him. It's got a completely unfinished basement for him to get really creative with. It's on 1.5 acres in a rural area. Great price. They were asking a fair price, so we offered a fair price, and yeah, that one's awesome as well. So yeah, that's a quick update on what has been going on in my life and how or why I've been crazy busy. I went back to work, to my full-time job, so I work like 6:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. at least there, and then I come home and I've been working till, like, ask my wife, I've been working till like 11 every night, including the weekends. So it's been crazy, and that's why I have had 0 time to post anything to social media, but here you go. So I'll try to do more of this. I'll try to get more content and more updates out, even if I don't have time to sit at a computer cut out the nonsense and edit it down to something a little more digestible, but you get more volume, I guess. So anyways, yeah, thanks for listening. If you did, if you didn't, whatever. Bye.